Back again, Footy Talk settings, brother. Matisse is running from the
Man,
grind.
I'm running from the grind, cuz. Man, I'm
Yo,
running.
cuz.
Dashing. Probably in the same place we'll find the Aubameyang and them Cobham cunts.
Hey, it's mad, you know. It's actually mad, fam. Like, it's mad. Them man, I told these man Potters, bruv, he's dusted, you know.
Do you know what? I fuck with Potter, man. I think he'll get it working, but obviously I hope he doesn't, man. Like it's brazy, man. Like obviously when they played us, I can't lie, like I knew, you know, we're in a better sentiment, you know, our team's in better form. We're obviously filled with confidence. There's a lot of stuff going there, but they were toothless. Like literally, I don't think we played an easier game, home or away, against Chelsea in a hot second, really. All, you know, the best performances are Aubameyang on BT Sport, and then I heard he had 8 touches. So guys are putting Spider-Man masks in goals and shit like they're gonna score and do backflips. Twat. So these men are dead. They're shit right now, man. I can't lie. I'm enjoying all of it, cuz.
No, it's crazy. And the wickedest thing about it was yesterday, bro. Like, I knew they were gonna lose, fam.
I can't lie. I thought they would lose, but they played a lot better, man. Like that Lewis Hall, you did all right. But yeah, man, you know, when you just can't buy a win, you can't buy a win. And us, Spurs and Chelsea are all out now. So yeah, I hope they keep losing, if I'm completely honest. Like, I don't know what's wrong with them, if I'm completely honest. I can't even lie, man. Matisse would be the right guy for that, man.
No, I think they will lose. No, man, them saying there's an echo. 1 second.
Yo.
Hello? Yeah. Yeah, there's an echo on your side still, fam.
Shit, how do I fix that? Let me come out and come back in.
Yeah, jump out, jump back in. But yeah, bruv, like Matisse is ducking, innit? Matisse is ducking the grind. I don't really quite know. I don't quite know why that is, innit, bruv? We knew Chelsea were rubbish. I don't know. My man thought that I don't know what Matisse thought, blood, but he's out of his fucking mind. I'll be completely different. I'll be completely honest, because Chelsea are dead, fam. They are dead, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, when man was watching them yesterday, and to be fair, yeah, they looked a little bit better. Like, Pulisic had a couple chances that he should have scored and that. But, bro, Chelsea are washed, fam. That's just what it is. Like, Chelsea are dusted. Yeah, you're good now, fam. Chelsea are shit. There's absolutely nothing these man can do. I'll be completely honest, yeah. Like, I don't think the players are buying into this Potter thing. This Raheem Sterling wingback thing ain't working, bruv. Like,
Raheem Sterling right wing's tired. Like, it's predictable, you know. His best performances for Chelsea came running into space, playing off the left hand side. So they put him on the right, kind of want him involved in build up play, and it's a bit meaty. And it takes me back to what Tuchel said, bro. If I remember some comments correctly, he's like, we got the same old problems because we've got the same old players. But as someone said, Koulibaly, I call him Koulibaly got cooked. Cucurella looking like Hugh Izzy left wing. You know, it's brazy out there, man. Like,
they paid 60 M's for that Donny, you know. Like, no one wants to talk.
Finessed, bro.
Bruv, man don't want to talk, you know. Like, Man City said, yo, we'll give you 30. You know, like that. Man talking about 60s and that. And then man were like, oh yeah, we gazumped Man City and that. Man City always wins.
They always win. Always win. With every day, they like playing chess, pretending they're buying players and then ducking out. They play chess, man. 4D chess. It's crazy, bro. It's absolute mad.
No, it's class, bro. Like, bro, like the way these man getting peppered right now, yeah. And it's like, bro, even when we played them, I was so angry. Man drew, and I was fuming because I'm like, these man are shit, fam.
Bro, like you said, if we didn't win that, I would have been vexed. I did feel watching the Chelsea Arsenal game that it was going to be that typical thing where all onto them, they get one chance and score, but there's no build-up play. Saying that Havertz could have had 2 assists. It's as simple as they just don't look like a team that looked like how they wanted to score goals or defend. And you done a watch along. You saw the set piece, the defending on that set piece. We just did they did a number on themselves before anything. Obviously, we pressed well, we passed the ball well. I think the only decent player from them looked like Thiago Silva, if I'm honest with you. And apparently he's up there for assists for them. So that tells you everything about them, man, dear man.
And that's what I mean with Chelsea, yeah. Like, even when I watched your game, to be fair, it's like, bruv, that game, to be honest, looked like it had 0-0 written all over it, bruv. It was
the Brighton thing.
Your game against Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
And then, bruv, them man just self-destructed from the
second half. Too much respect given to us. I don't know what they said at halftime, but I'm not complaining at all, man.
Yeah, it's true.
Like you said, there's bare politics with them now.
It just looks like the players ain't really playing for the manager. That's what it looks like, innit? Because it's like, I know what Potter wants to do, but I said the same thing before he went there. I said, I know what he wants to do, but I don't think the players are going to give him time and respect that, bro. The same thing happened when Ralph Rangnick went to Man United. Their men were kind of like, all right, cool. You're not going to be here long term, really, anyway. So I ain't really going to listen to you. You know, like that. And that's what a lot of these players are probably looking at Potter thinking, this brother ain't won that and he ain't going to be here long. Because they've had bare managers. Enough
That's
of these
where they
players.
need to do the Arteta thing, and like not to praise Arsenal beyond the obvious, but like if they have to not let the player power win. Obviously, when Emre was here, player power did him dirty. Arteta was allowed to get rid of the Aubameyangs, the Ozils, any of them sort of guys. Anyone that thinks they've still got weight in that changing room, they need to get rid, because you can't expect man to implement a new style with the same old players, or in fact the same bad habits and players that don't want to learn really and truly. I think Potter would do all right, but at Chelsea, do you get time? You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure we said on when Matisse was here like a year or so ago, Chelsea's the sort of club with Tuchel that you could see him sacked in about 18 months, regardless of winning the Champions League. Really, it's just a madness. That I just feel as a non-Chelsea fan, you can be able to play a 4 or 3, but for right now, he needs to settle on a 3 or a 4, play players that actually know that system, try pick up results and confidence. And then when they get themselves in a better place, then they can start making the changes, really. And, you know, again, I didn't, you know, again, on the ball is one thing, but off the ball, everyone can be equal. And we're cutting them open. Even the chance that Jesus missed with the header, that would have been an Arsenal team goal of the season, potential contender. Had he have bagged it. So, I don't know what's going on there, really, if I'm completely honest. It's like they had no personal pride in the performance, if I'm honest, man. It's dead.
That's what I mean. A man say Potter needs time. Yeah, he does need time, but whether he'll get it is a different ball game, bro. Like, my man gave Tuchel bare bread, yeah, and sacked my bread like 2 weeks later. So when man are saying, oh, he wasn't his manager and that, but if it's not your manager, don't give him the money.
True that. You know,
like that. Just don't give him the bread.
To drop statement signings and them things.
You could have easily said, you know what? You've got players there. Hold that till Jan. Let me see what you do. Let me bring in some people. You get me, bro? You could have done it that way, because it's not like Chelsea were dying, bruv. And like, bro, do you know what I mean? They weren't dying to the point where, like, bruv, the signings they've made haven't made them any better than they were last season.
Not at all.
So you might as well have held the same man, bruv, like for a little 6 months, and let me see you all gone.
And that's the wickedest thing about Chelsea. I just feel like if you look at when they finished third last season, I think Chelsea kind of were lucky in a few seasons in that obviously you either kick on to what City and Liverpool in the last few years were doing, or you drop down to what our clubs and Spurs are doing in terms of being inconsistent. And again, nothing's decided, but Arsenal have got their act together. United are putting results together. Newcastle are bringing in problems. Whether Spurs are good or not, Conte is going to get them in and around it. So all their problems have kind of come to light. As you know, you don't get into a situation like this overnight. This is a consequence of doing terrible things, and they've done it. They've thrown money at things. It's not worked, really. You know, you wouldn't know Koulibaly's an AFCON winner. Cucurella's been in the Prem for a while. Again, these guys at Sterling's looking meaty as well. I do give a bit of tax to the system because and the form, but it's... I don't know, man. I don't even think Graham Potter knows right now what's going on. You know, you can get HD cuts, you can stop wearing tracksuits and wear suits and that, but you need more than that to get Chelsea on job, man. It's mad for them right now.
Facts. That's what I mean. 300 mil and no difference, blood. Like, if anything, they're worse, cuz. A man is saying, oh, yeah, but they needed centre backs. Yeah, all right, cool. So you bought Koulibaly. Do you know what I'm saying? He ain't really done nothing. Fofana's out injured. And Cucurella's not really a centre back. He's playing.
And man are playing back free, so you're not necessarily convinced on them already playing them.
Yeah, that's it. So your best centre back is still 37-year-old Thiago Silva, blood. Literally. Even though
they're gonna run into the ground, man.
Exactly. Even though you spent X amount of money on 3 defenders, so like the money was spent abysmally, bro. And then Sterling's coming, and Sterling like ain't performing at a higher level than what you already had, bro. He's not really performing at a higher level than Pulisic, Ziyech. Then man, it's all the same, bruv.
And they're not even it's like they don't know the players. Like Sterling isn't the most blessed technically, but if you give him a spam, a bit like Aubameyang, you give them bare chances, you have him running into space, you see a better Sterling, because Sterling didn't really dramatically improve beyond the obvious at City, but he clocked what he could offer and he ran with it. And you just see the limitations really with Sterling, really. Like I'm happy with Gabriel Jesus, and there's obviously the question marks of goals and things, but you can see he fits our system a lot because we're playing him up front and we're letting him do that false striker sort of stuff. It's like they're demanding something completely different from Raheem Sterling, and it's just not banging, especially when it's a limited player as well. They've got a lot of them players at Chelsea who can play a couple of roles, but they're not quite anything. Right now, you could throw Ziyech there, Pulisic there, Mickey Mount there, and the rest of them. It's mad from them, man.
Yeah, it's true, bro. You just got a bunch of nearly men, bro. And that's why it's weird. And that's why when I look at them, it's like, when you bought these brothers, what did you think you were doing with them? Like, I'm confused because even when you look at Tuchel, yeah, it's just like all them players that man mentioned, they don't really look like his kind of player, bro. Do you know what I mean? And then you look at the Sterling signing. Did he want Sterling or did like the club want Sterling? Man, don't understand because, bro, Sterling, Werner, what's the difference, bro? I'll be honest. They might as well.
I'm not gonna do my yard man dirty, but it's looking mad.
No, but bro, it's looking all samey, bro.
Shelley and Fraser merchant, and that is crazy.
Bro, it's looking all the same, bro. Just some quick Ute blood on the wings, blood. You know, like that, because it's like Sterling is limited technically anyway. Like he's limited. Do you know what I mean? The City thing, he got away with it. Like when he went on that Bandulu run for England in the Euros, I couldn't believe it because I'm thinking, how the fuck is
Sterling? Your fellow Northwest guy dirty, man.
I couldn't believe it, bro. Like man, them saw. I was like, how is Sterling playing in a tournament in the first 3 games? I was like, nah, bro, it's that Northwest air, bro, gassing him, fam, because he was dying, bro. And then all of a sudden, he carried England to the knockout stages, and I'm thinking, hold on, Sterling, bro. Do you know what I mean? And then now you're seeing it week in, week out for Chelsea, nothing, bro. Offered nothing.
Because they're trying to make man dribble. They're like, you're Raheem Sterling, 100 club. You is at City, make it work. It don't bang like that. Life don't work like that, really. It's like you said, they've got a bunch of players who can do everything, but not really anything particularly well. And it's a bit mad because a couple of seasons ago, you lot won Champions League. So there's kind of no excuse to be performing in the way you do. And the naiveties, like you said, big up Thiago Silva, but he shouldn't be your best player. Even going into the Arsenal game, Aspilicueta, everyone's like, he's going to get cooked. He's going to get cooked. He kind of held it up. To a degree, I felt sorry for their defenders because anytime they looked up, Arsenal are pressing and no one really wants the ball. There's a Jorginho here. I don't know why Kovacic didn't even start because I hear he was injured and things, but playing devil's advocate, if you're in the squad, you can start the game. If something happens in the first minute to Jorginho or whatever, Kovacic is going to play. And going back to the United game where you lot should have packed them 7-0 in the first half, it was just United playing with themselves until Kovacic came on. So I did think Chelsea and Potter would learn from that and play them guys, but evidently not, fortunately for us, man. It's crazy.
No, it's crazy. Man said no creativity.
Ben White not making Mount and that as well. Like someone said, it's crazy.
That's what I mean. They're saying no creativity in midfield, but bro, they knew that, bro. Like they knew the profile of their club, and that's why I can't take Todd Boehly seriously. That's why I know he'll sack that blood, because it's like this bro don't know what he's doing, cuz. Do you know what I mean? It's like the rule number 1, if you're gonna bring in a new manager or if you're going to come into a new company, because look at Chelsea as a business, because it's a business. All these football clubs are businesses. When you come into a new business, if you want to be the market leader, then you need to poach talent, from all your competitors. You have to. Do you know what I'm saying? Or else you don't stand a chance, bro. So it's like this brother came in, sacked everyone that was at Chelsea, even though all these people have won trophies before him, replaced them with no one, and then gave the current manager a bunch of players and then sacked that current manager all within the space of about 4 weeks.
And that's even that. How's it going to work? Because obviously from a business point of view, like you said, 60 on Cucurella, whatever on Koulibaly, not to get onto them, but say Potter says, I don't want these brothers. Is he going to sit there and say, I spent money, you have to use them or you can rub them out? He probably should say you can get rid of them if you want because the manager deserves the players he wants. But it's just real life FIFA, man, really. Like, God knows if they got Rafinha, De Jong, all of the Conde, all of these guys, would it be the same or would it be different? I guess we'll never know. But based on evidence, you would have signed these shiny new toys and it wouldn't have banged at all.
Exactly. Man said at least he's hiring a recruitment team ahead of the summer. I hear that. But the thing is, why are you going to raise 300 M's, on these ballers, bro? Like, to be fair to him, apart from Koulibaly, actually, no, because that bum Zakaria as well. But a lot of the signings have been from within the Premier League, innit? So Sterling's within the Premier League, so that's supposedly a safe signing. Same with Fofana, same with Cucurella. So cool. If you're gonna be safe, you know what? They're Premier League players, like they don't need to acclimatize and all these things. I hear that. Do you know what I mean? But the Koulibaly thing was weird. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like Bear Man wanted Koulibaly and he didn't move, blood. And he didn't move for a reason because he ain't that good, fam. Do you know what I mean? I said it at the time. There's a reason why man didn't want to pay the P's. They knew there was something wrong with this youth, blood. Same with Zakaria. He's a bum. Because the thing is with Koulibaly, he got linked to Man United when we were going in for Harry Maguire. And at the time, Koulibaly was rated at 90 million. There's a reason why no one went in for this brother. It's the same with the Milinkovic-Savic player, Every season, this player gets linked with a big money move and it never happens. Clearly, man ain't good enough, bro. Because if man are good enough, someone will put the money where their mouth is, bro. Do you know what I mean? All these men consistently getting linked with moves and never move. There's a reason why they don't fucking move, blood.
Serie A attacks as well. I don't like to be that guy, but in terms of defending and goal scoring, it does look easier to bag in that league, man, because a lot of guys that are not necessarily prolific go there and make a name for themselves.
100%, bro. Man saying transfer window opened in 1 week after the sale completed and that gardening leave, bruv. Listen, don't believe all that media bullshit, bro. You know them ones. Don't think that Pep Guardiola weren't fucking Bayern Munich manager, bruv. And my man was sanctioning signings for Man City, blood. Because
Wenger was signing certain man before he signed for Arsenal many
bruv,
moons ago.
I'm telling you for a fact. Or even you could have gone and got a consultant, bro. You know they have these men that are intermediaries and stuff like that work as consultants, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? All the time, bro. They always work as consultants, and you can say, you know what, you're the guy. I'm just gonna use you as an intermediary, so I'll pay you.
Shout out George Mendes or something and made 100%.
I'm gonna hire you on. Do you know what I'm saying? On a short-term basis, on a consultant basis. So you don't work for me. You're just gonna be the middleman, and you're gonna pattern my thing for me. You know, like that. You don't have to give man a full-time job. There's ways he could have done it.
They tried to do that with, is it Luis Campos or something like that? PSG evidently didn't bang for when they needed it, so they're gonna have to hold it.
That's what I'm saying. So there you go. So I'm not really trying to hear none of that, bro. Do you know what I mean? They could have got somebody short term, but instead, my man wanted to do it himself. My man wanted to do the little career mode thing. So that's his business. You know what I'm saying? Him and Tuchel, blood. Them man was saying them man was sitting down together to the point where Tuchel got fed up with this guy. Because he's like,
he's trying to tell Tuchel about tactics, so I'll get peed off as well.
He's trying to tell Tuchel to sign CR7, bro. You know, like that.
But
this is exactly what it is. But you see what I mean? So he could have brought someone in, even if it was on a temporary basis or a consultant basis, bro. If you want your business to thrive, yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? If you want your business to thrive, then you have to bring the best people. Like, you can't think that you can do everything yourself. That doesn't make no sense.
Ditch the reliance on some of these Cobham boys as well. Because apart from Mount's good, but apart from Reece James, it's like, there's only so much you can get from certain man, really. There's only so much that Gallagher off the bench is going to give you, bringing on Broja. And none of them are necessarily bad players, but like you kind of said at the start, it's just you look at Chelsea and you think, what is really going on? Like, they've got good players, they've signed good players, but nobody fits a piece to a puzzle. You don't really know the philosophy. Obviously, excluding Potter, who's just jumped in, you don't really know what's going on. A team should always be like, that's kind of why Barcelona fell off. It doesn't matter if it's Pep or whatever. You should always want to play tiki-taka and not go too far away from your fundamentals. I don't know what Chelsea's fundamentals are, what they're trying to do now, but it's peak for them, man.
But this is what I'm saying, bro. You know what I mean? The man saying that Boehly's had analysts in the US. But what good are they? You know, so what good are they, blood? This is European football, bruv. This is Champions League football. Man don't care about his analysts in America, bro. Like, these Americans are too obsessed with numbers. They're too obsessed with stats and numbers and that, bro. It's just like, to me, that's not even making no difference. All of Chelsea's signings, as it stands, have been shit. Not one has banged. Do you know what I'm saying? Not one.
At this moment in time, they're all media.
Even Cucurella is a reach, blood. You know, like that.
It's terrible. He's probably been one of the worst, bro. Potter ain't even been
he was the bro that was trying to slow wine with fucking my man at the corner, blood, when the ball went.
The only thing he done well is not get booked at the time he should have been booked, man. He made like 5 tackles on Saka and bust all the cases, but he's meaty, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's crazy. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm enjoying all of this, man. Like, they just need to keep burning into the ground, man. I'm happy with the Stamford Bridge training pitch out where Arsenal's concerned, man. At least it continues still. They're finished right now.
Yeah, facts.
They just need to consider that the season's not done. Get your act together, or it's a real struggle, really. And more meltdown vids from Matisse. I'm a happy guy. I can't lie. Is what it is.
He'll be back to the pond feeding ducks and that.
And being on that roundabout at like 3 a.m. and that like a bookie done. I can't lie. Shout Matisse, man. Oh, man.
Oh, shit. But no, what happened last night, though?
Well, 10 changes, reflected. You played with fire, you got burnt. Brighton, they smacked us in, didn't it? Really, like they dealt with us. Really, the young keeper that played, don't want to see him again. Shout out to Carl Hine, he's not built for this. Bro, the only good players I saw in reflection watching the game just before we came live, Saliba did okay, El Nene did okay, Eddie scored but should have scored more, Nelson a decent cameo, but you made 10 changes to start with apart from Saliba, and you can see why none of them really, beyond the names I've said, are near the first team. No real midfield, you know, Fabio Vieira still learning, Lokonga, it's another meaty game, and our 3 L's in all comps, he's been part of them, not to agenda him, but there's got to be a reason. Defense, we're all disjointed all over the place. You know, the keeper's bugging out and he's going to have to learn fast. Boy, I wanted to go through in any cup, but it is what it is. We're out. You know, I think we would have had to play that before West Ham after the World Cup. So it would have been fixture congestion on a team, like someone said there, that really has zero squad depth. As soon as you're in a cup, you want to go all the way. But if we had to go out of something, it's issues, in it. If we play like that against Wolves, we play like that in the FA Cup, we play like that in any game in the Premier League, I have serious questions. But yeah, Brighton were a better team. They dealt with us, man. You know, Lamptey scored, Welbeck came to haunt us. We're gone, innit? Like, out the cup, man. The only tonic that is that Chelsea and Spurs went out as well, man. Got savaged,
Yeah,
really.
facts.
Nothing else to say, bro. Lost.
That's it. No, I hear you, but like it's the lack of squad depth and stuff like that. But bro, everyone knew it was there. Like I see Arsenal fans saying, "All right, cool. Like it don't matter. Like we're out." Personally, do you think that you're at the stage where man can be picking and choosing what silverware man are gonna be lifting though?
I mean, I'm in both. I'm in both camps in the sense of, you know, again, I'm of the belief you're in a cup, you're in it to win it. Go as far as you can. For a young team, that couple of them won the FA Cup and the Community Shield. Anytime you can grab a silverware, it's winning mentality and all of that sort of jazz. Obviously, where the priority is concerned, obviously keep winning in the Premier League, keep doing what we need to do in the other cup competitions, and ultimately having less games. I can hear it. I would have liked to have been in it. We're not in a scale where we can say we'll target this cup or whatever. But if we had to go out of a cup, if we had to lose a game, I'm happiest in that, innit? As much as you can be happy at going out at the first time of asking, really. So it is what it is. Obviously, for these players, when they're all 35, 40, they're not going to talk about, by God's willing, in 2023, I qualified for top 4. You're going to talk about the League Cup and things like that. So from that, I can understand it. But yeah, we're not in a scenario like that. But if we had to go out of something, I'd rather this, innit? Really.
Yeah, 100%. Out of every tournament or every competition, this is probably the least prestigious, in it. And if you go out knowing, yeah, that you weren't playing your strongest team, like, bruv, ain't no big deal. I'll be honest, bruv. As much as man are like, yeah, Arsenal lost and that, it's like, bruv, it's the League Cup. I think Spurs are out as well. Chelsea are out. The League Cup's looking meaty anyway. Like most of the big teams, if you're serious, bruv, you should. Because of the fixture congestion, I wouldn't really be taking it too seriously, this competition. Like, what's the point, really?
That's the thing. Like, if you win it, you win it, or if you go far, you go far and things. But I don't think it's a priority for any of the top 6 teams. Like you said, you know, you've got the World Cup, you've got a congested fixture calendar list, you've got uncharted waters. So if you go out, it's not that deep. As much as I don't necessarily agree with that, because at the end of the day, it is a cup. You know, Arsenal haven't really got a strong record in the League Cup. So yeah, I would have liked to have stayed in it, but what can you say, man? Out of it, innit? Like, just have to go again next year and do what we can to salvage whatever's left of the season, man.
Yeah, because they say our City always take it seriously. And to be fair, they do. And because the League Cup, you win the League Cup while the season's on, it's kind of a good springboard for, do you know what I mean? Like the morale going into later competitions and stuff like that. But it's like, I'm now looking at this League Cup now. I'm thinking, yo, blood, Arsenal, Tottenham, and Chelsea are out, blood. So man can win this now, you know, like that. Before man weren't looking at it.
No, you're right still, because obviously today it's a chance for you lot to get somewhat revenge against Aston Villa. You're in the cup. Like you said, 3, I won't say favourites, but 3 big teams have been dropped out. You and City might be licking your lips, and at the end of the day, you know, it's another trophy in the cabinet. No one cares. It's only relevant when you win, but if you win it, it's happy days, man. Really.
100%. Man says City are always there and they always win it. Yeah, they do. But City have 2 starting 11s, bro. That's why.
They've got a top 4 team in terms of squad depth that would, if they was a separate, like Man City B, would, you know, be a problem to all of the top 4 sides. So they can afford to do that. They've got the luxury to do that. And that's a process of them just being a competent team and making sure they've got a squad to compete for everything. Really.
But that's what I'm saying. So when you look at City, like their depth is crazy, innit? Obviously, like Man United don't need any more fixtures, especially now we've got the extra fixture in the Europa League now. So we don't need no more fixtures. But now seeing all the rest of the man them out, bruv, like man could seriously say, you know what, bruv, man could pick up a trophy now. Do you know what I mean? Like that,
you Liverpool and City should be excited. Like, you do your job, you're in 100%. A final. End of the day, man, are in this to win it. So It's you lot's decision to make, really.
That's what I mean. Yo,